Becoming the best doesn't simply happen overnight. It takes hard work and countless hours to reach the top of any esport. Sometimes failure is motivation, but only for the strongest of competitors. But what happens when you become the best?
Wait till you see this kid. Wait till you see this kid.
So great, they have to get on the point with most people. Sinatraa diving deep, so deep right now, they can't even reset. 3% left. Can anyone even touch this point?
He was the chosen one for the San Francisco Shock to turn their entire franchise around.
What happens once you've accomplished everything?
Are you the best player in the world?
Yeah.
What happens when the world's best player decides to walk away at the height of his career?
Sinatraa is the Overwatch superstar, right? He is from the other side of the pond. I'm from Counter-Strike, but I've heard his name a lot.
Look how slippery Sinatraa is here. That curveball comes through to keep himself alive. Somehow hits the running headshot and just dodging left and right. This guy's like Muhammad Ali right now.
This guy's like probably the best player in the world right now in this game. Like, honestly, in another game, it's crazy.
It's gonna be Sinatraa, misses one but gets the second. That's a triple kill. Oh, 4! Oh my goodness! And now the showstopper to get it, and he
got some.
Oh my gosh!
I'm just gonna go out and say it. Sinatraa is my favorite, and to me, I think he's the best versatile player in the game.
Now they don't know where Sinatraa is. Oh my word! And that was a shot.
Sentinels have a star.
Jay Sinatraa Wan grew up in Shoreline, Washington with a love for competition. He played high school baseball, but he never saw a future in the sport, so he quit. And with the launch of Overwatch in 2016, he decided to turn his focus to esports instead. Sinatraa was already playing Counter-Strike and Overwatch regularly, but by the second season of competitive Overwatch, he reached rank 2 on the North American server at only 16 years old. This caught the attention of many orgs, and he eventually dropped out of high school, entering his first professional contract with Selfless Gaming. With the inaugural season of the Overwatch League on the horizon, Sinatraa eventually found himself at the center of a bidding war between the London Spitfire and the San Francisco Shock, which ultimately resulted in him signing for the Los Angeles-based team.
Yo, what's up guys, Sinatraa here. Just want to say that I'm super stoked to be representing San Francisco in the Overwatch League. We're stacked, we're nutty, let's go!
But as excited as Sinatraa was about competing, for the first part of his career, he found himself sitting on the sidelines.
When I first got signed, I was 17 years old, but it was like a 4-month period where I had to wait before I turned 18 and could play it. So I had to basically skip stage 1 and 2.
However, before he'd even played his first official game, Sinatraa was already making headlines. Specifically in September of 2017 when his salary was leaked, revealing that he was making triple the league's minimum salary, a number that many felt was unjustified. That November, Sinatraa was invited to be part of Team USA's World Cup squad, where he tried to prove that he was worth his $150K price tag.
Sinatraa continues to run wild, has another grab ready. This is why Sinatraa builds ultimate so quickly. He's so deadly in the Zarya, and now has what could be the cleanup graviton. United States leading the way to victory. He's gonna drop the graviton, gets Willex, and the United States, they're almost there. South Korea, they are out of time. Toby gets picked off, that is massive! Now, South Korea, they have to get on the point with most people. Sinatraa diving deep, so deep right now, they can't even reset. 3% left. Can anyone even touch this point? Sableby, doesn't get there. The United States takes map 1.
Unfortunately for Sinatraa, the team suffered a disappointing loss to South Korea, but he placed a lot of the blame on his own shoulders.
I expected to do really well against Korea, but honestly, I've never played a Korean before that, so I didn't know how they played, and then I just played way too aggressive, and I didn't adjust, so I just did really poorly. So yeah, I'm pretty sure we lost because I didn't do well. I'm pretty sure that's why we lost.
After finally turning 18, Sinatraa was able to make his debut for the Shock, and despite the team's disappointing results, there was some optimism surrounding his arrival.
You did see Sinatraa though play pretty well in his debut. You expect the Shock to just get better. It'll be the Mayhem that come out victorious today.
a lot of pressure, to be honest, because everyone for the past 3 months has been saying like, oh, Sinatraa is gonna like carry this team, make the biggest difference, but it's a team game in the end, so.
To reverse the Shock's fortunes, the team brought in Dahi Krusty Park as their new head coach in May of 2018. And Krusty's arrival marked a huge turning point, not only in Sinatra's play, but in his life. See, Sinatraa had developed a bit of a reputation for his toxic behavior in the past, but Krusty helped him harness his occasionally out-of-control competitive spirit and redirect it into being a mature and positive leader for the team. The Shock came out of the gate swinging in Season 2, earning themselves their first ever playoff berth. They fell short in the finals of Stage 1 though, losing 4-3 to the Vancouver Titans in a hard-fought series. But the team didn't just stop there. They dominated in Stage 2 on their way to a 28-0 map record and became the first ever team to complete a golden stage. Then, they breezed to a rematch against the Titans in the final.
The Spark are going to be under a bit of pressure. Godspeed trying to burn Choke Open down, make it so he won't have a mech to even eat the grab with. Another Ramp Matrix. Godspeed burst out so quickly. They needed the Graviton surge there, but he wasn't ready for the face full of damage. It was about to get served up. And the San Francisco Shock get rid of that big threat. Now they can continue to fight this out. Absolutely perfect play from San Francisco to get over the line. Using things flying a little bit closer to the ground. Oh, it doesn't work though, it doesn't! Choke says, remember me! They baited them into that so hard. Oh god, and now the Shock, this is going to be a one-sided fight.
Fusion are the defending finalists of the 2018 season. They are an 8-5 team, but I don't know if anyone could disrespect them this much. Destroying them right now, taking 4v6 fights.
I mean, it's such a slaughter at the moment. That's all we can really say.
No hesitation. He just used it. He's already up to 40% again.
It's not enough for San Francisco to beat you. They want to demoralize you.
Ding, running for his life, desperately trying to sprint across the map, and he has to reveal himself to contest the payload, and he does so just for a brief moment, but no one else is there. It's over. The San Francisco Shock complete the golden stage.
And the Shock, this is the team that was promised last year by San Francisco, saying, you know, we're going to pick up players that are too young to play right away. We're going to train them. They're going to turn 18. They're going to start playing, and they're going to win. And that is exactly what we're seeing.
The Shock had finally achieved what they set out to do, and you could just see how much it meant to Sinatraa.
I just jumped up and started yelling with my team, and then I literally started crying the first like 5 seconds.
But by Stage 4, Overwatch itself had changed. The 2-2-2 system forced every team to play with 2 support heroes, 2 damage heroes, and 2 tanks. Off the back of their disappointing Stage 3 loss, the Shock stormed back, winning all 7 of their matches in Stage 4. And Sinatraa was named the Season 2 MVP.
I've grown a lot. Last season I was, a pretty toxic, ego, selfish kid. But coming into this season, I gotta give it to my coaching staff. Krusty, Junkbug, 9K, they really helped me just grow as a player, an individual, a teammate, and a leader. So I'm just really grateful for them.
Despite riding a personal high, Sinatra's joy would be short-lived when the Shock crashed out of the quarterfinals against the Atlanta Reign. But Sinatraa wasn't ready for their season to end. He and his teammates wanted to show that they were still the best team in the league. And after dominating each and every team they faced in the losers bracket, the stage was set for the Shock to face off with the Vancouver Titans in the grand finals. And Sinatraa was determined to come out on top.
Sinatraa goes in early, look at the disruption in the backline. Meteor strike, he gets rid of the supercharger and Slime is down. The Lucio is missing, Violet gets himself another one and Sinatra's far from done. They get rid of Twilight in the offside room and then San Francisco Shock. Match point, baby. Only a few seconds left. Somitsu is removed from the face of the map and Architect is time to get his hands dirty. Axel throws a blizzard down but it's not enough. Twilight, the last hope for the Titans, steps up. He is felled. Dizzy now gets to the point, but Slime is already removed from the fight. The wrecking ball is down, and Janu, he can't touch. He is walled off. The door is shut in their face. A golden stage. And finally, a golden crown. The San Francisco Shock are the 2019 Overwatch League champion.
Sinatraa had finally accomplished his ultimate goal. He had won everything imaginable in the Overwatch League, but he wasn't done yet. his performance throughout 2019 earned him a place on USA's World Cup team once again.
I say this every year for like Korea, but I mean that's like the obvious one. But like especially now because they have Krusty and like architect Choi Hyobin, and I really want to be Krusty Dad. It'll just be funny making fun of him.
And Sinatraa finally got his revenge. After a 3-1 win against South Korea, the US dismantled China 3-0 in the finals. And once again, Sinatra's performances had earned him acclaim.
For the first time, on behalf of the fandom, who got the opportunity to pick who is going to be the first fan-selected T-Mobile MVP, Sinatraa!
Sinatraa had done it all. The once toxic teenager was now the only player in Overwatch's history to win an Overwatch League championship and a World Cup while earning the MVP trophy in both competitions.
Now I have to ask, you got the Overwatch League MVP, now you get the Overwatch World Cup MVP. Are you the best player in the world?
Yeah.
Yes! There you have it!
But what Sinatraa did next didn't just shock the Overwatch community, it turned the entire esports world on its head.
This is ESPN Esports. I'm Ardo Cal. Let's talk about the big news that Sinatraa, the MVP, the reigning world champion, and marquee player of Overwatch League, has decided he's leaving Overwatch League entirely. He's leaving the San Francisco Shock and NRG as an organization and will be pursuing a pro Valorant career, joining Sentinels.
I was pretty nervous changing games. Definitely had thoughts of failure in my mind, but the worst thing is like regretting not doing it. So I just took the chance on Valorant.
When Sinatraa announced his move to Valorant, some observers were skeptical about how he would match up in such a vastly different title. But after joining the Sentinels roster, Sinatraa hit the ground running.
It's the final round as well, so you can all die to the bomb. You don't have to worry about weapons here, but Sinatraa says, worry about my ultimate. There are 2 random shots that will land for back-to-back kills. Only Mummy alive. He's got to go clutch in the 1v1.
I cannot believe it. I cannot believe it.
This time doesn't work out as he gets punished by a full site push. There's the bleed tank.
It's gonna be Sinatraa, misses one but gets the second. That's a triple kill. Oh, 4! Oh my goodness! And now the showstopper to get it, and he
got some.
Oh my gosh!
Sentinels looked dominant throughout the summer of 2020, winning the North America Ignition Series, and Sinatra's play received plenty of praise.
People memed about Sinatraa at first, and like we didn't have a full 5, so we couldn't play and develop a tactic pool because we're trying out fits. Right. But like this guy's like probably the best player in the world right now in this game. Like honestly, in another game, it's crazy.
He's ready to make it work either way. The 2v1 now pocket. Can he make it work? Sinatraa coming up with possible 4K.
Sentinels,
oh my god,
have a star. Sinatraa with the ace on map 1. And here comes a counter rocket. Caboose trying to do it, but Shazam shuts it down. 13-8. Sentinels are going to lock up the final NA Ignition Series event of the year.
Sinatraa and his team had cemented themselves as the best team in North America after only 3 months together. But in September of 2020, Riot announced their first sponsored event.
Today we are announcing our next step for Valorant esports and the first tournament organized by Riot Games, First Strike.
This extended event will provide the first opportunity for players in North America, Europe, Asia, Latin America, and other places around the world to earn the title of Valorant champion in their region.
Sentinels were one of the favorites to win the entire event, but unfortunately on November 29th, only 4 days before First Strike, Sinatra's teammate and IGL Shazam Khan shared some sad news. In a tweet, Shazam explained that his father had passed away. But despite his loss, Shazam decided that he still wanted to compete at the event.
We just hope for his recovery. We don't really care about like the performance that much. Like obviously we want to win, but like his mental definitely matters the most. So we're just praying for him and just trying to get through it together. And obviously try to go out with a bang, you know, put our hearts in the matches, stuff like that. So yeah.
Their first match was against FaZe Clan, a team full of players who Sinatraa had previously played with and against in Overwatch. And all eyes were on Sinatraa.
So, starting off with Sinatraa, and I'm just going to go out and say it, Sinatraa is my favorite, and to me, I think he's the best versatile player in the game. You catch him on Raze, Jet, Sova, it doesn't matter, but it's not about his versatility between the agents. This is versatility in playstyle, the fact that he's able to speed it up, get in your face. We all saw that Raze push, but also as Sova, he's able to get intel, push in very strategically and smart, and secure those 1v1 wins. And it just helps out the team so much.
Sentinels defeated FaZe with ease in a swift 2-0 to earn themselves a spot against the new-look 100 Thieves in the semifinals.
Dapper again, the last one alive. Lone man standing, and he falls to steal. Dicey, Nitro, and Hiko all left up to keep the game alive, and it's just going to be Hiko now versus 5. It looks impossible. It is going to be impossible as Sinatraa hits his 3K.
Look how slippery Sinatraa is here. That curveball comes through to keep himself alive. Somehow hits the running headshot and just dodging left and right. This guy's like Muhammad Ali right now in the ring as he takes down Hiko. That is so crazy to see. Dapper actually has his ult here if he can get to it. He's going to drop the cage. They have no idea that Hiko's here, do they? But Soms is going to go down. Hiko defends. They needed to kill Hiko. They had to find a way, but this guy is going to stay alive. And that's match point now for 100 Thieves.
Sentinels trying to regain composure in the site. It's going to be 100 Thieves taking the series and meeting TSM in the First Strike Grand Finals.
Sinatraa and his team couldn't overcome 100 Thieves, but they made top 4 at Riot's first major Valorant tournament without 2 full weeks of practice. But this wasn't enough for them. They wanted revenge, and once the dust settled around First Strike, they got their chance. JBL's Quantum Cup took place a week later and featured 100 Thieves Sentinels rematch in the semifinals.
They're going to go in for this. The hot hands halfway. No, not going to happen. Sick finds one outside. Oh my goodness. Now you got 2 players for 100 Thieves waiting in the wings to just try and push this one outward. Hiko alone. Not going to happen. A flawless round for Sentinels. Nitro gets a double, but Sick lands himself a big kill. Now it just leaves it up to Nitro, but the hot hands burns them. GG. Sentinels take game 1.
Sentinels lost Game 2, meaning that they would once again be playing 100 Thieves in a Game 3 semifinal. But they had learned their lesson. Sentinels chose to ban Bind, which meant that Map 3 would be played on Icebox, and this time, they evened the score.
Grenade forces the Jet up into the op shot. Here comes the rocket as it's Shazam and Sinatraa looking to close this one down.
And
you got about 5 health.
Yeah, there's just no options, nothing at all.
As Sick is going to invest, now they're getting aggressive here on yellow, and that's going to turn into a double, shutting down the Hunter's Fury from Hiko. And this is the round.
No. They got to be paying attention. They got to be paying attention. He can shoot through the smoke. He's got to go through this one here. Then he get the kill. No, he can. And then Shazam is going to get it instead. It all boils down. What can Nitro do? He's been clutch before, but it ain't going to happen this time. And Sentinels will win. Moving on here at the JBL Quantum Cup.
Sinatraa and Sentinels had overcome the hurdle that was 100 Thieves, but they weren't done there. In the finals, he got a shot at FaZe, along with some old Overwatch teammates.
What? No! What?
Clip it! Chat, clip it! Send it to me on Twitter.
Oh, no, but wait a minute, though, with that double kill, but they have to fly. They need to take this one out here. Zombs can't do it. Oh, it's going to be so close, and we're going to overtime. 2 seconds remaining.
Camera's not deep enough, and they're not going to know in time.
Oh! But he could stick it again. He's got to go in there, and he's got to go, and he's got to look at him. He's got to look at him. Oh, my God.
Zachary's heating up. Shazam baits him into Zombs perfectly. He was not attempting to shoot his operator there. He was simply setting up his Omen, and that's why I love Sentinels so much.
The cold peek around this corner, and we could be looking at it. That's right, folks. GG. Sentinels back to their winning ways as they walk away with the JBL Quantum Cup trophy.
For Sentinels, they were frustrated with their performance in First Strike. They knew they weren't playing at the top of their level. They get the rematch they wanted against 100 Thieves. I felt like just winning that match, they had the monkey off their back.
Valorant has been out for less than 1 year, and Sinatraa is already considered one of the best players in the game.
Now, they don't know where Sinatraa is. Oh my, Ward in. That was a shot.
He faked running away with the recombo with the last tag, and so he's gonna backstab him.
Oh, wow.
He is part of a rare breed of player who have been able to compete and win at the highest possible level in multiple games. And with Riot announcing their Champions Tour in 2021, Sinatraa will have plenty of time to show why he is one of the hardest working competitors in esports. His desire to win and be the best allowed him to conquer Overwatch, and now he has a chance to conquer Valorant. Thanks for watching. If you want more content like this, hit the sub button and ring that notification bell. For unique bite-sized videos you won't find anywhere else, hit up our Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook pages.